welcome to our kickoff of this new Chorus America video interview series. My name's Mike Rowan. I'm the Associate Director of Communications at Chorus America. I am also at different times a singer in volunteer ensembles, a music director, a singer at a church in a professional capacity, a composer, an arranger, and my co-host in this endeavor also wears a lot of different hats in the choral field. Usually he is behind the camera when I'm in front of it, but now he's also in front of it with me. So it's great to introduce Casey Cook. Hi, Casey.
Hey, Mike, how's it going? I'm Casey. I'm usually behind the camera running things when we did Facebook Live or our live events. I am the operations coordinator at Chorus America. When I'm not doing that, I have, as Mike said, a lot of other hats that I wear. I am a professional singer in the Washington, D.C. area and other locations around the country. I am the founder and artistic director of a nonprofit group called Artifice, and I am the director of the American University Chorus at American University here in Washington, D.C. So lots of different hats and lots of different ways that coronavirus has affected the way that I work, not only at Chorus America, but also with singers around the region.
And I'm sure all of you who are tuning in are seeing those impacts in different ways as well. And so our goal is to explore a lot of the new ideas, innovations in technology, but in also just all the creative ways that we're approaching choral music in a new way. And we have a title for this new series.
Yeah, the big magazine that everyone gets as members of Chorus America is called The Voice. I thought with that in mind, we could take the idea of a different region of the body and use the old word for choir. We're going to use core, and we're technologically minded, so tech. Put them together and you get ChorTechs. Just an idea of thinking about innovation, creativity, things that we're doing to persevere in this time where we have to basically rewrite the rule book of how choirs work and use our brains to think better about choral music.
Indeed. I was actually going to have everyone guess which one of us came up with the title, but I guess you just gave it away. So there you go. Um, as Casey said, our brains are sort of like the original technology. So I think that is sort of like the thinking behind this is we're forced to use technology in a lot of different ways because we can't gather in person. But we're trying to explore not only, necessarily things that have to do with computers and all of that, but just new ways that we are thinking and thinking about choral music. And we hope this is going to be a fun sort of ray of sunshine, lots of different ways that we can sort of express the hope, resilience, and levity that's happening in the choral community.
So, Mike, how have things changed for you as a singer or director in the past couple of months during this coronavirus outbreak?
So singing is obviously different because I haven't sang in the same room with any of my fellow singers, but my choruses actually have been using like rehearsal time or gathering time for different purposes other than singing for the most part, to catch up with each other. We've been doing some virtual open mic nights in some of my groups. In other groups, we've been collaboratively creating and writing a new song, in fact, that we're hoping to record, and like having a lot of discussions about our group processes and visions for the future and how we can use this time to maybe take a step back. And I think I've been lucky in some of those groups that they're all volunteer run and we don't have to worry about anybody's job or anybody's healthcare or anything like that, which is such a real concern for a lot of folks who are watching right now. But also I've made a move, in fact. So like I'm still working for Chorus America, which is still headquartered in DC, but I live in Michigan now. And in some ways, our new way of rehearsing and staying together has sort of like eased that transition. Because It would be a very noticeable transition otherwise, because I just wouldn't be there. Um, but yeah, that's those are some of the ways that my singing life has changed. And I'm sure you have a few as well, which are probably very different than my own.
Yeah, so I had just founded a nonprofit chorus called Artifice, and the goal for the first year was to have one concert. And we did perform that concert on March 6th, so probably about a week before everything started shutting down. So we were lucky to get that in right under the wire. But since then, because at this point it was all people volunteering their time, lots of professional musicians in the area, voice teachers, music educators from around the region, I feel really bad trying to ask them to come back and do extra work for free, especially if it's all going to be, virtual and this kind of stuff. At American University, everything has closed down in a real presence kind of way. Everything is now virtual. I've been running rehearsals for about the past 6 weeks, all through Zoom. I'm lucky enough that I have a lot of tech background in video production and audio editing, so I'm able to get out rehearsal materials and take them back in and turn them into virtual choirs with a little less stress than most people that are starting out from square one might have. But like you, I didn't move very far away. I didn't move at all, but I live kind of far away. I'm out in Gainesville, Virginia, which is about an hour west of DC. So the same kind of idea as Chorus America has sort of decentralized from its office hub to now all of us working remotely. It's definitely changed what my daily life is like.
Absolutely. These are huge changes. One development that we heard about at our recent Chorus America board meeting was from a group out in the Bay Area that has been able to hold rehearsals and sing and hear each other synchronously.
And we were brought into the knowledge that the Ragazzi Boys Chorus was working on this with a developer in the Silicon Valley area. And when they played us some of their rehearsals, just the very first time they had all of the technology working together, there were board members who were literally in tears, remembering back that, okay, we're getting back to a point where even distantly, physically distant from each other, we can still sing together and have that feedback of what it sounds like to be in the choir. So this is a really just fantastic set of software and hardware. It's a great technology package to overcome the difficulties we're facing today. Thanks for watching. Click the Chorus America logo on the screen to subscribe to our channel and to hear the full interview with the Ragazzi Boys Chorus and the JackTrip Foundation.